here, um, giving you guys a new take of what I'm going to start doing. I really want to do some more things for the community. One thing that I want to start doing is match analysis, just because I think that the current meta for MBCI has been growing at a really slow pace, and we have things like HSD glitches, and we're starting to figure out things like tier lists and stone tier lists. But in terms of how the game is played, I just want to point out like mistakes people are making, how the game should be played, how resource management should be done, and things like that. So I'm going to be highlighting this match right now, Teemo versus Chris G at Canada Cup 2017. And let's get started. So right off the bat, we see that Chris G is going with like a really unorthodox team, right? Morgan, Monster Hunter, um, and Monster Hunter is a fine character. It's just that she's very fair. She does everything, but she doesn't really do any one thing well. She can zone a little bit, and she has good buttons, and armor is her biggest asset. But in terms of like rushdown and defense, she's much more gimmicky. And then Morgan's just kind of like an incomplete flight character. Like Nova is just objectively better. Ugh. But yeah, let's get this. Let's fast forward a little bit. So right off the bat, right there, what we saw is we see Chris G is going in with Monster Hunter, because he kind of has to, because he understands that against Dormammu, you have to rush him down, or else you can't win, right? If you don't rush Dormammu down, it's really hard to win, just because he controls space so well. I would argue probably the best, like the best controller of space in the entire game. I mean, his pillars and dark holes that like seem to come out in like one frame. Um, they're super good. So we see Chris G's like walk in front, and what's strange to me, and we'll replay this. What's strange to me is why Teemo's not doing Nova first, because I don't know if Teemo knows this or not, but if you start Nova and walk forward um, as far as you can, and then tag in Dormammu with the last second, Dormammu will end up on the other side of the screen over here, regardless of if Nova's here or over here. Dormammu will always end up on this side. So that gets you the full amount of screen coverage and screen distance without having to actually engage Monster Hunter at the beginning. He gets the hit nonetheless, so it's fine. Probably going to finish the combo before he gets 2 meters. Yep. Oh, he has to be careful for armor, though. So he tags, they're just kind of jostling for neutral right now. So Dormammu comes in, and then good attempt from Chris G to try to get out of that, but at the end, Dormammu just kind of still locks me down. And you can see here, Morgan's struggling so much to get in. She's just a much less complete flight character than any other. So his lockdown just going for standard measures. I mean, this is just standard play here. So yeah, so that's an invincible super. That's something you really have to watch out for. And Chris G is just finishing the combo here. So something really smart here that I really liked from this activation is only activated once you teleport to the other side. So it can actually be really tricky if you activate box and corner yourself, because one, if characters have mashable jabs, they can mash jab on your block, and now you're stuck in guard stun for the entire duration of your stone. And even if they can't mash jab, a lot of characters can just apply a ton of pressure in the corner, and you can't push block them because they can't move past the box. So that was really smart. Also, if you notice here, he boxed. He has only half a meter of box, right? So whatever you do, you have to make sure that um, you're doing the most damage as possible with half a meter. So usually you're not going to go for any sort of resets to kill a high health character, and that's exactly what he's like not trying to do. He's trying to finish out this character quickly. He only has this much health left, so he's putting him in the box, trying to isolate him from Morgan, just trying to get rid of him right away, so he can have the 2-to-1 character advantage, which basically like ends the game. Yeah, I mean standard mix-ups. I mean that was just disgusting. That was just bad super activation. He really couldn't have done anything there. I think this is a dead character. Because this is HSD, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I mean, you just have to know your HSD combos. Um, they're going to patch it out, but it's gotten to the point in the meta where um, it's just better to know it than to not know it. Let's fast forward here. Once again, he's not tagging in Nova first. He might have a different game plan that I'm just not seeing, but see Monster Hunter. See, look at that. Like, what is Monster Hunter really going to do there in this position here? So like he gets that, which is like a good mix-up, right? But see, Morgan's having trouble getting in. Tags Monster Hunter here. Like, what is she really going to do? Just do a stand heavy? I mean, you're in so much block stun. From the moment that she stand heavied, Nova was right next to her. He was able to jump and dash back and gain full screen distance by the time with heavy was even over. I mean, Monster Hunter is just so incredibly slow. And that's probably one of like the biggest reasons why I don't think she's good, personally. And I mean, like that jump, like, yeah, you can jump heavy, but excuse me, there's really not much you can do after that. This is going to be a full combo. Smart from Teemo to not commit too much when he had 2 meters. Yeah, Christie had to respect that, the reflected fireball. But yeah, I see, like, he literally, look at that. I think this is why Christie lost the set. He lost the set from character select screen. Like, he has Iron Man and Jetta, which is a much, much better team than Monster Hunter Morgan. But, like, if we go back, just take a look at this moment. A little bit after this. But yeah, so right there, he tagged Monster Hunter in because Dormammu counter switched, and Dormammu push blocked Monster Hunter's attack, and now Christie's over here down in the corner charging up, right? But by the time he's like not even finished charging up, Teemo's gone all the way to the other side of the screen, has full charge. I mean, that's not even going to hit him at that point, and he's just going to dash down back and just release the spells, and it's going to punish him. I mean, this is a standard combo. Good setup, good cross up. That's so hard to see, especially if Teemo positions himself carefully so that he doesn't quite cross up. Yeah, this is going to be really difficult, but it tags Morgan, and Morgan definitely can fight better in the box, can apply more pressure when you have the box than Monster Hunter can. I'm surprised Christie didn't Invincible Super there. I think he had, I think he had enough time to Invincible Super. Actually, no, he might not. He might have not had time. Really good from Teemo, actually. But he did Invincible Super there. Realized that there was an empty string in his block string. Yeah, gets a happy birthday. This should be Dead 2 characters if he does this correctly. I'm pretty sure he has his HSDs down packed. Wow. But yeah, I mean, this just goes to show how strong Teemo is as a player. Um, really understood that matchup. He really knew like Monster Hunter's limitations, um, Christie's character's limitations as a whole. Just completely countered Morgan with Nova's movement and Dormammu's space control of the screen. Um, really good play. But yeah, I hope you guys took something from this, learned something. I want to try to make this more regular. Please let me know what you guys think about this, or what you think about my match analysis. I want to try to improve the rate of knowledge gain in Marvel. Um, so yeah, just please let me know. Um, if you like it, give me that subscribe, um, retweet it. Follow me at FGC Macho on Twitter. Um, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.